good for tomorrow and my mindset. Welcome. Hope you can hear me. If you can, give me a signal so that I know everything works perfectly before I start. Perfect, nice to hear. I will be going live over the market so that everybody can see and follow up a little bit with the market, because it's been going very hard, and today again 3% for Bitcoin. That's hugely. I give it another 5 minutes and then I will start. I will mute myself for a second and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Van echt aan de overkant geweest. Ik heb daar beneden de ongeveer om dat. Okay, I'm back. Okay, let's set off this node for a second. If you have any questions for me, Leon, you can just ask. It looks like it will be only you and me for this evening, so you are lucky. I will be going over the market. If you have any coins that you want to hear me talk about, just ask in the chat or just ask me live so that I can go over them and we will look at it together. We have another 3 minutes and then I will be going over the main coins that I would like you guys to see, because we have a very green market at this point. Bitcoin nears the $50,000 market cap, so that's almost, so that's beautiful to see. This looks like a very green market today, like we were expecting this one to. So it's about time. I'll just go over it. Welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. This will be a long-term and short-term vision of the market that I will give over it. I will start with Bitcoin. So normally 99% of the coins still follow Bitcoin, or if that one pumps, the rest will just follow along, of course. Now the first coin that I'm looking at is Bitcoin itself, of course. I am on, let me take a different chart for a second. Okay. So we are here at Bitcoin. So this was 21, 22. This is a monthly candle. So every candle is just a month that is passing by, so that you can see a bit more in perspective. My key areas that I'm still looking for entries are still these lows. Will it go for it? That will be now determined in this month. In the short, very short term, that still can go up to a highs for 65, 64, 50, 56 or 54,000. This is Bitcoin's main target that I see for now hitting to. And then we will have to be patient. So we are going up for another 4 or 5,000 if we hit through the 50,000 market cap. If we go through the 50,000, I see immediately raising to 54, 55, something like that. We will not stop at 50. Maybe a small bounce back, so because here was a lot of liquidity resting above these highs here, and now this one has been taken out. This was a key area now for support, so we need to have patience now where it is going. At this point we have little view over what the market for Bitcoin will do. Here the same again. If we look on a weekly chart, you can, let me delete this text for a second. Here you can see perfectly that we came for these areas. We have a small one up here, so that's why I already said 51 now. These are definitely still need to be taken out, so we are going up this height. Maybe by this evening we could retest this little area here, and then or by in the next week, and then go up to these highs at least. Now because of the launch of the ETF, we also see that the market has been steadily going up, a little bit sideways, and then again here we took out the highs first, then we went on the lows. For the people that were longing this already, they took everybody out of the market here, and then they just followed upwards. Now they took out these highs here again. Where is my marker? Where's my marker? Het was 700 gram, ja. Take a look at the chat. Yeah, I would like, if we have a new entry for Bitcoin in the very time my lowest point now at this point should be around this area again here, and my higher targets are between these two retests, follow this area and then continues upwards, because I really love to see these highs being taken out. This is very recently, so we are weeks, so this is only 3 weeks old. This is a long time of liquidity above here and above here, so I would really love to see it hit above this area in the very short term. Entry points, like I said, this is an entry point that we go from 47 to 44,000 in these lines, an entry. And if you would put it in how long, you should do it like this, put your exits just above these key areas, and this would be your exit. So that is about a 3x, a 3.9 that you can make here. That's not a 3x, because down here I can give you a little pointer. Tomorrow I'll be trying to film every trades that we make from now on. I do not promise everything, but I try to do it. Here a max, what you're comfortable with, but I would not go above this. So this is, if your trade goes against you, you get out of the trade at this amount. And then you would have here, if this is 2.5, you would have around 6% entry price exit. So that's a good one. Give 2.5% to gain at least 7.5, almost 10% for a long trade if you do this singly without anything else. So this is a nice trade that you can take. If you would go out of the trade and be getting lower entry, this would even be a better one. This would be my exit. Always the low of the previous wick, so this is the previous wick here, so this is the low that you can take. So this is also about 3, so it's about the same trade. But these can be too nice, and the same counts for this one. So this area is only 2.5% of your account, so that you're safe trading, so that you can trade a long time at your account. This would be 2 possible entries for Bitcoin. In the short term, I see it just heading up here. I thought this would have been broken. Look, December 24, so I was a bit early. But I think we will get sooner at this point now, if it goes like this tempo. So this is for the short term for Bitcoin, so slowly going upwards. Maybe if we have a nice entry, this could be this area here again, if Bitcoin even dips, because it's really getting a lot of tensions because of the ETFs. I am not fan of the ETFs, but yeah, they come, and it's for me not really good for crypto, but that's my point of view, of course. I prefer decentralized instead of centralized, but yeah, we cannot do a lot about that, can we? Now again, let's take a look. We have Ethereum here, so it correlates perfectly with Bitcoin at this point, so it goes up. The next heights of Ethereum will be 3,500. So there could be an area here, and there is a little bit liquidity above this area too. So these are the 2 heading points. If we break through here, yeah, we go straight up to around 3,800, 4,001. So this would be a nice long again, and then you can take your entry. If we're lucky, this one. Stop right here. This is a monthly trade, so this can take a while before we get there. If you would look at in the weekly, again we have now a crucial area that we are heading in. So if we head through this wall, well, we will go up to these levels. Why? Because there is one fair value gap here, and if we don't take out these highs directly, that means that we are bouncing off this fair value gap, and then the high could go up to this point here, and then we could go downwards, where we find then our entries. And my lowest entry would be this one here, but I don't think we will go that low. It depends really what Bitcoin does. If we do not go that low, the next area would be here, or even this one could be a nice entry too. That would be 2472, 2392. To go long also, I see the market go straight up at this point. It's too beautiful. As long as this line holds and we don't see anything returns, yeah, we will just gonna keep bouncing on this area, maybe break through it a little bit sideways, and then farther upwards. This is what I can see in the short term. So this is weekly, daily, same I guess. Yeah, high needs to be taken out here, so we are going upwards. This could be an entry. Is it possible? Yeah, that's still possible. Here you can take an entry. So that's Ethereum. So short term upwards, same. Market looks great. If we break through this height again, yeah, next area is 3000. Next area above it is 3000.5. So this will be a perfect scenario if you could get up to here. So let's take this one a bit lower and end him right above it. That would be a great trade. That would be entry price 2052, profit to 3500, and stop loss at 1500. Again, this is only 2.5% if you trade contracts. Not if you want just take an entry. That's also a good entry point, and you don't have to take your loss at that point. That's your own choice. So for the first two, it looks very promising. Now I'm going over my still my coins that I really want to still accumulate at this point, because 0.05 is a very cheap price for this one. We only have to go up from here to the previous highs, and we're already 60% up. So this is the next area that I see Trill going. It needs to take all of these highs out if it wants to continue that way, but it looks like it just broke his key levels. Like you can see, we have a beautiful breakout retest. So it went out of the market, it went into this fair value gap, so it looks like we are going upwards, and the high could be as good as here. So I see it go upward to here. So that's about a normal trade. If you just enter the market, you could end up with 61% in the short term. Again, Caspar, oh, that was a beautiful entry too. I said this corner would be a nice entry. Yeah. Sorry for the lines on my screen. I like to test some stuff out before I draw. I forgot to clean it up. I hoped it really that it would go down to these lows, but it did not. Why did it stop here? Because there was one huge gap here. So this was like a very perfect entry. I draw this box, I deleted the other one because this was like a beautiful starting to go sideways movement. That is a very nice times to trade to. sideways. But like you saw, a little bit accumulation and then just a huge move, almost taking out these highs here. What it would be perfectly to see happening, because this is the lift off, and then we have a small pullback. So if you want to go long on this one too, it would be an entry. Now here, the top part, this can still happen for Kaspa, 12.9, 12.1 at this point. That would be because there's a lot of money still going into this coin. This is hugely been going up, and I see Kaspa, at least by the end of the bull run, needs to hit at least $1 or above. It depends on which listing still comes, but I think this one can go at least to $1. So that's still 15-20x. Demo I do not trade, but I do set up for my minings that I start selling, because Demo just went downwards at this point. We just broke, so we are accumulating, so it depends what it happens now in this area. If we go one more time up above, to go above this one, and then to go back downwards, because this is already on big exchanges, and as long as people don't realize the potential of these things, it can take a while before this can lift off to like $1 or something, a little bit more time. Gala I like too, short term same like the rest. Liquidity here, it did not yet take it out, so it could go a little bit higher, so this would be nice. Next area around almost 3 cents. Short term it could maybe drop a little bit more to 2.2. Not very sure it will happen, because Gala has been sideways for a while already. It's not done a lot at all. It just bumped up one time, and then it's been downwards and sideways since December 23, so it's already 2 months and a little bit that it's been sideways. Still, this has a huge potential upwards. If we look at the weekly, we made a higher, so nice entry would be around here. Again, taking out these highs one more time would be a perfect entry for Gala if you want to accumulate this coin. Because at this point, mostly what I'm doing is accumulating more coins of the same coins that I already have, of course, not adding extra coins at this point. I did find a few nice gaming coins that could have a lot of potential, but yeah, sometimes you have to make a choice. You can't buy them all and keep track of them all, and making sure that if you take profit, that you need to take profit. It's not always doable. Miria, I still like this one too. I would love to accumulate another node for this one. This delivers around $20 a day, so that's per node. This is, yeah, nicely. Entry point, I still would love it to hit it 0.006. I did hit it one time. This I'm not quite sure what it will do in the long term weeklies. But if the overall market is going up, there's a lot of chance that this one will continues going upwards, of course. If it does not, I would love to see it take out this one more time before we head up a very nice peak upwards then. Because this was downwards still here. We broke this. Well, it looks like we could take out these highs first here before we go downwards, so 1 cent, 2, something like that. would be a nice target. 24% in short term. Now with a small rebound bounce to around 1 cent, and then we continues upwards. At this point, that's what I can see. The market changes day by day, so I still need to take a look every day to make sure it happens that way, but at this point it looks Miria also that's going upwards. GFL, I still have a little bit of this one too. I took my profit on this one already. Most of my complete entry has already been returned. I took my most profits around this area, so it stays quite sideways at this point, so but still overall a good base trend line also, like you can see if you zoom out, since the pay keeps steady. So this is still possible if we keep holding this line, that it goes slowly upwards. It depends on how people like the game really, because Games of Living is okay to play, it's quite addictive also if you play it, so I do not know if anybody holds Binance coins. So this area will never happen again, so now we should head up to the area of 350, 360, and afterwards even higher, 400, 429, 413, something like that would be a nice exit area to take a little bit of profit. AVAX, I still have to. This already has been a nice run. Entry AVAX, my first entry was around here, that I retook, so around $12, so we're now above. Uh, 217%, so that's okay. I took my first profit around 200%, so, and I retested it, and beautiful, took my entry almost. I took him a little bit too short, my own mistake. Wanted to have too much. Yeah, should have taken him up here, but yeah, it can happen. So we don't have all the trades, but was pretty close this one. I would still accumulate AVAX because I see this go at least to like $140 the piece. So from here, this is still 280% upwards, with a little bit up and down jumps, of course. Optimus, I do not hold myself at this point. XRP is, this is really a fun trade coin for me, XRP. I have no idea if anybody saw this one. This trade has been online on the Discord for quite some time. Did anybody take this trade? I did, and it was a very beautiful entry. Now this is in the Discord too, so you can see this was Tau, and that was my first entry, 139, and it hit it 192.84. so this was then a beautiful entry that I had, and this was a long, so we are now around 500, so this is 200% upwards. This trade has been in for a very long time, and I think this trade I first put it in here around November somewhere. But Tau, yeah, this still looks like having a lot of potential, and this still can go up a lot more. re-entries if you want to, if you do not have this one and you want to have it at this point. Entry should be here, 480, 454. That would be a nice entry. And if you are very lucky, we could maybe see a little dip to this area. These areas will be not included. I do not see it hitting that low again. I don't see it happening. So monthly chart, you can see it closed it off the market, so this would be the lowest point, 400, to still have a small entry point down here. At this chart you cannot see that there is an entry here, so I would not count on it. Maybe a wick that can pop up sometimes, that can be happening, but I don't really would count on it. Oh, not in the short-term view that I can see. It depends if the market of course changes, but I will be telling you that. Chainlink is also one that I already have for a long time. But this one still has a use case, so this one you can accumulate for a very long time also. If people understand what Chainlink does, even with the not good tokenomics about it, this has just potential because it has a use case. Okay, so that was about the normal market. So overall overview is we are going upwards. At this point it looks like continuation. So if you're already in the market, that's very good news. If you need to get in the market at this point, yeah, I went over the most trades, so I'll be putting this in a recording, so I will put it online this evening and just drop it in the Discord. I will not touch anything, so you can rewatch it at your own pace, stop it, look for the entries, that anybody can see it again for themselves. If you have any other questions, you can just ask now, or if you have any coins. That you wanted me to take a look at that I did not mention. And by the way, I'm still accumulating Myro. I talked about this one a few times, but this one, yeah, perfectly done. Well, this is like a beautiful market even, so key areas, look at this one. How beautiful this retest would have been if you took this entry. If you zoom out, sometimes you can see a bigger perspective. And you can see the green area was like a beautiful entry area. Also here was a beautiful entry area, so you had two areas around 10 cents and around this area. So this is accumulation area at this point. And we can exit the market in big areas here again. If you would take daily, you can short it down to this high, maximum this height. So if you would enter this one, this can happen. You look 114%. Short-term possibilities with Miro now to make. because the market always needs to finish it, so it needs to end up here. Take the lows, not the highs. So this is the low that you want to take, that you're definitely taking profits. That's the main thing in crypto, making sure that we make money, and then the rest we can enter again and again and again. No, this is better. Make that your exit. And if you would put a long onto it, this would be it. From here to here, exit. Here. You can see the entry points now, enter price, sell price, and stop loss. This is a daily trade, so this can take a while, so this can take about 7 days or something like that, but that says 2.5% again, not more than that is the under March. Unique the count is in, it's very important. And then upwards you do 7x 2.5%. So that's about 17% that you made in a single trade. And if you want to hold it and you just buy it, you can make about 115% in the same trade. So I would just hold it a little bit, sell it here, and then see what the market does. If it goes up higher, you can wait for a retest and then buy again and then accumulate again and then go sell again a little bit higher. I think somebody chatted something. Still on your portfolio? Yeah, mine was still on my portfolio. That's why I just went over it. I just saw that I did not mention that one. This is for me a very clean market. No matter what people say, if it's a good coin or not, this is just a pre-ranged market because it went on a lot of exchanges, and exchanges have power to manipulate the market. So, and these are key areas where people went long for a very long time, and these here is liquidity beneath it. So this needs to be taken out, and right under here is a fair value gap. So if you see this happening, you can say that this is like the best areas to take an entry point, and this is beautifully tested. So for me, this is a clean market that went up and beautifully retested the areas where it's needed to be to accumulate a little bit more and then to lift off to the next area, because there is no lower point at this point, because there is no liquidity down here. So now what the market wants to do is go upwards to take out all the shorters that are in here still shorting and wanting to push this market down. Well, this will now take them out, and our first target would have been this area right here. It's a small gap, and after that area it's up here, but I see it go straight to this, because the same like here, people will be FOMOing in when it's up here, and now you have that little nice touch where it goes up, where everybody thinks it will keep going up, and then we will go down a little bit more, which then takes out liquidity other side again. But this looks like a very beautiful market, so I would still accumulating. I sold a bit around, I think 15 cents. I sold some. Yeah, when I saw this dip and I saw it retest, I sold around this area. So 17, 18 cents. And here I took my starting initial and a little bit more out. And then I saw this 10 cent hitting, and I said, okay, we are still going lower, and everything that I took profit here, I put it back in here. So I'm quite even at this point. So I just accumulate a lot more coins That's what I did at this. I still believe that this has a lot of potential because it is on a lot of exchanges, and if it only does one big exchange, it has a huge chance to just pop up to like $1 or more, because there are a small amount of coins. They are all released, so this is still doable. And what was the other question that you told me? What would you like to accumulate at the moment right now the most? That is a good question. Yeah, I accumulated Myria down here. And this was like my key area, and then I accumulated this one here. So this was what I was waiting for, of having patience for. I'm still accumulating most Casper at this point, because this is still like you used to say, Bitcoin or Ethereum are your main coin. So this is like my main coin that I want to accumulate higher, more farm. So when I take some profit, I put it in this one more, because this is quite stable. You can see it has a nice touch of the market. I would still love to see it hit this area to clean off the market, because you see normally it does it goes up, it cleans off the market, it goes up, it cleans up the market. So that's why the market goes like this. And here it went up and it never tested this area, so that's a major downside. Of course, if we have a bull run, this could be like an entry point for like in 4 years or something like that, if we never test this area, and it will definitely test it that way. Do remember that Casper is not a blockchain, it's a block DAG, so that's something different, and it's the first of its kind, so it has hugely potential. It has a lot of use cases too, so this can go very high. So that's why I'm still accumulating Casper, and it will continue to grow at my vision of it. So this is the one that I accumulate the most. Afterwards, I was accumulating Player Triul, this area. Now it just went out of my area, what I really enjoyed accumulating it, but still, if it pops up, the next area is 60% to 95%, so that's still a nice profit. If we have a small more dip, then we'll be here the entry point. That is 2 cents. I still have entries at that level too, but I think we will not be hitting that one at this point, because the market is going strongly upwards. It depends for me where I take some profit at other coins that I don't want to have anymore. So I'm also eliminating a few of my coins, putting them into a smaller amount I have more control over, and it's easier to make sure that you keep everything in order and follow your own plan, of course, that you made up or that you made already. Why am I accumulating Myria still? Because like I said, first of all, I would still love a note. It makes around $20, so I was accumulating it around this area again for doubling my money again, and then buy a note. I put half into it, so I'm almost there. Around 1.3, I think I would be buying a new note. I see this going up to a height of 30 cents, so this has hugely potential still. I hope I answered most of your questions so that you understand. Did you hear about JoyStream and the FUD and Hello Labs and all the FUD? Are you still? I don't really listen to anybody on YouTube myself anymore. I don't have time for it, and it's not good for my mind. It makes up their story and not mine, so I try to stay off it. Let me take a look at all of them. Something wrong with my mouse, I can't see it. Where is it? funny. I can't see my mouse, I can't see where I'm pressing. Oh, maybe I'm lucky I can see it here. Oh, this is strange. I can't see my mouse. Okay, here I can, so let's do it on here then. Hello. Hello USDT. No, same for hello. Looks like a beautiful market. Maybe I can share my other screen now. As you can see. So here you can see again, if you look at the monthly chart, a beautiful chart. Here was an entry point, by the way, so we just have a retest of markets. So this is a beautiful market structure. Every market has to do this. If it does not, it's not a good market structure. So that means that there is a lot of manipulation. This is a beautiful market structure, and that's when people thought it's time to buy, accumulate, and yeah, this was like the accumulation phase where I would put entries again. So we are still way in it. So this is a beautiful entry. I would definitely take that, because the next one would be the long ones up. So that would be these areas, or these areas. My stop would be below that one, because there is one small one down here too that could be an entry. This little one could be an entry too, but if you buy it now on 9 cents or on 7 cents, it's not that much difference. So I would accumulate it definitely. And I'm still buying that one too. I put it this order already in quite some times ago. So this is hello. What did you ask to? Enjoy stream. Hello, first of all, you don't see really what the markets will do at the short term, so it's a little bit accumulation phase. Enjoy stream, joy. Same here, like you can see again, beautiful market structure again. So it went up, it token out the lows here. So here was a lot of liquidity that it needed to take out if it wants to go upwards again, because people don't see, but this should have been the entry. So this was 2000% upwards. So if it goes down to like 600, people say, oh no, it's not good. But this is still a nice percentage going upwards for me. So I don't say that JoyStream is down and out. This is still a good coin. It still has a lot of potential. It has a huge community behind it, so it's still growing. And that was, this is a nice entry between this area. I would have accumulated, especially below this little wick here. So if there is a lower part, that would be here. That could be an area entry too, but not sure that it will hit that one, because of the overall market is still going upwards, and all coins not on big exchanges seem to go a little bit lower in action than the first two coins. So if you want to see a cycle of cryptocurrency, you start with Bitcoin, Ethereum goes after that one, and then all the lower coins go like a day or two later. And the very low coins, so with low market caps, they go last of all, but they pump the most. And it's better to be in it before the pump than while the pump is going. If the pump is already going, you have to wait for these areas. So if you get used to it, people say, oh no, it stops, then it goes up again, yay, everybody's happy, and then here everybody is sad again. No, this is the part where you have to be happy. That means that you can buy again. This is the part where you're too happy, and then you have to sell. This is the part where you're happy again, where you can buy again. And this is how you make money. If you don't sell and buy, you don't make money. You just go upwards and you drop from the highs to lows. You would lose 68% of your wallet. So that's something we don't do if you want to make in the short term money. And the long term, yeah, then you can survive that. Then you have to just be patient and wait for these entries. Daily joy stream. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful entry area at this point. So next highs is 2.8 to 3.2, so that's about 100% from here. 80%. If it drops lower, that means that we're going to these lows here to take this out, and then it should enter around these areas as starting point. But I don't see JoyStream going that low. It looks good market structure again, so yeah, crypto goes up and down, and it's a lot of percentages up and a lot of percentages down if you don't take any profits. That's what crypto is. You got to get used to it, or take more profit if you don't feel satisfied in how things are going, or how you, if you don't earn more money than that you were expecting, and or one, you did not take any entries like I previously said, so yeah, there is something not going right with the plan that you made. Oh, Monto is a nice thing. It's not hyped. Monto network is nice. I looked this up. Strong market too. Market cap 700 million, so this is not a low cap market cap anymore. But yeah, fully diluted is around 3. I do not like this. So this still has a huge potential of a drop in also in short term. I did not look up how long this is gonna last until they release these coins. Only 1/4 of the circulating supply is in at this point, and we already have a diluted market cap from more than 2 billion inside. So that means if they release these coins, that there will be 2 billion extra on coins put it into the market. So you need to take a look when this happens. If this happens, normally we get a sell off, so that means that we get a little bit of a dump then. But the short term, Mana will take these highs and maybe these highs too. It depends on when these coins get released. But it's a very good, it's a nice coin. The background behind it is okay. Yeah, that's probably about the time that we find a very good coin, when it's. I still have yet to find the really one that I really like to say this is now a new coin that I want to add. There is one that I looked up today that has a lot of potential, but still again it's just out, fully diluted market cap is not to speak of, but it has a lot of potential. I did not play it yet, so it's a game, so
it has a huge amount of potential because it's like Clash of Clans. If you ever played that game, a lot of people have in the world, and it's very addictive. And it was like 10 years or 5 years paid the best mobile game spending coin. So that means that there was a lot of money put into that by just playing it to make it go faster. So there is some use case already for it. If it works nicely, well, it has some potential. But I'll be sharing it when I'm sure 100% that everything is okay. Yeah, still, this one's okay too. Beam has been mentioned by someone in the Discord, and yeah, I have to say this is looks also promising. Fully diluted market cap, very close to the market cap, so that's something we want to see. This is only like 300 million, so that's very low. So no big dumps coming onto the market, that means. So this has a lot of potential going upwards. We already took some gainings. Sorry, someone is calling. Okay, so that was about all the coins that I had to show. I'll be ending it for today. Instead of anybody has some questions left, then I just will answer a few questions more. So I think I went over all the coins in the market at this point. What I really like you guys to see. Oh, I was sharing the wrong screen. I see now. But that would be funny to rewatch myself. So this was Beam that I said. I still has a lot of potential. Took the wrong screen. Yeah, I'm really into gaming narrative that has a lot of potential behind it, because it has like it's a full, complete place where everybody can build games onto it, and it works. So we all started somewhere. So a coin is a coin. $50 in Bitcoin back in 2010, you still would have it now. Damn, I think you would be a happy man. So if gaming stays a big narrative, yeah, Beam can do a lot of things also. But that depends. It's new too, but it has a lot of nice tokenomics, nice gaming coin place area where they can build games onto it. So those are the things that I really look at if we go for games. Okay, I wish you all a good evening. I'll be rounding it up, and wish you a lot of fun. Hope you guys had something on this. I will be putting the movie up. I think tomorrow I will be loading it up tonight, and first thing in the morning I will be putting it online. For me still, yeah, I still would go like if you would sell BTC, I would still go to be sure for your portfolio 65% Casper. And then 7%. Percent. This would be short term. So that's about 70. Okay, wish you a good evening, people. I'll be going offline today. See you all in the next one. Ciao.